blooket versus blacket. Which one is better? Visuals. Blooket flashbangs you with this bright cyan color, while blacket is calm with the gray and blue colors. And blacket is basically easier on your eyes. Game modes. Blooket has many different game modes, although most of those game modes are kinda trash. Every time when I introduce someone to blacket, they'd be like, oh, do they have better game modes than blooket? And since blooket is basically based on Kahoot, but have blooks that do nothing, unfortunately, everyone still plays blooket for the game modes. I mean, like, some people, not everyone. But even though some of those game modes are pretty trash, like, classic, trash, blue crush, what? Racing, that's RNG based. But, Crazy Kingdom, it's alright. Tower of Doom, I like it, I guess. Factory, Cafe, the best game to grind tokens, best game mode without hacking. Tower Defense, really good game mode. Battle Royale, very competitive, I like it. Oh, this Deceptive Dinos, nope. Monster Brawl is actually kind of strategic. Tower of Defense 2 is good. Fishing Frenzy, it's probably my least favorite game mode. It's just RNG. Crypto Hack RNG, Gold Quest RNG. Actually, just half of them are trash, but it's supposed to be a better version of Kahoot, so, and blacket doesn't achieve that. Blacket's just a better version of blooket, as you'll see later. Trading, I gave blacket 2 points because everyone loves trading. If you're like a blooket player that collects blooks and doesn't play for the game modes, like most of us probably. Alright, that's why I gave 2 points to blacket. Amount of blooks or packs, I gave 2 points to blacket. Let's just compare these, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 21, I think. And in blooket, there's, I think, 9 or 10. 10. 21 compared to 10. And the amount of books in blooket, there's like a bunch of hidden books. Probably just add 20 more hidden books there. And the amount of books in blacket, like, how much do you have to scroll? Literally. It takes like one thrust of a finger to scroll through this. And this takes like 5 or something. So, clearly, blacket has more blooks or packs. Features. Blooket has 3 plus 4 equals 7. Okay, I'll explain a bit. So, custom blocks, I really like this feature. Although, I don't know what I'll make here, or if I will make anything here. It gives plenty of people millions of options. Like, what I mean is, you see how many combinations this here can make? Like, there's more than 1,000,000, which basically means more than 1,000,000 blocks are existing in blooket. Well, most people like me probably won't make them, but I give 3 points to blooket for that, and or 2. I gave 2 points to blooket for that, and 2 more because these are associated with the game modes and stuff. Like 6. For some reason, they have 6 panels associated with the game modes. For me, I would never use this homework panel, or this history panel, or the favorites panel. Probably just these 3. So I gave blooket 2 points for that because they're kind of incorporated in the game modes here already. But I also feel bad for blooket, so I gave them 2 points. And blacket, a chatting system, that's just OP. It's like Discord. It's literally like Discord, but in blacket, so that people under 13 can use it. And blacket has trading, so it actually, you could chat with people on here and to talk about trades. The leaderboard here, I would never use it, and this will bring up another issue, but I'll just ignore it for now. Oh yeah, see, trading, I just love it. Like, this is so cool. Blooket has been planning to do it for years, but I love that sound effect. Okay, now, issues with hacking. Blooket has many issues with hacking. They're actively trying to stop hacking to prevent the scripts from working, and in doing that, they have neglected updating the game, which will bring up another issue later. Blacket has no issues with hacking. They don't try to stop the scripts. They may someday, but I don't think they care, which is good. And also, you could just right here, there's a daily wheel that gives you 500 to 1k tokens here. And Blooket, you have to play some stupid everything is right my set something like this in cafe mode to sometimes get like 300, which means you'll have to play it twice, using up like 8 to 10 minutes, depending on whether or not you know what you're doing. Issues with alts. Blacket, every time when you try to create an account on that IP address, on the same IP address, they won't let you because they will say that you have already had an account. And if you try to bypass it with a VPN, they will not let you sign in and say you are using a proxy, which I think is terrific. Blooket, um, they just don't care about else. I mean, you have to sign up with an email, but it only needs to contain the @ symbol and the dot symbol. Like, for example, I could write this as my email, and it was registered through Blooket. Issues with random people getting infinite tokens. I deducted Blacket's points in that, because I know there are some testers here, but see, this random people just getting like infinite tokens, and not even all of them are testers. Like, look at this guy. He's just a mod. And what? I don't understand. Like, this guy has 4 mil tokens just because he's a tester. I don't think that's very fair to everyone else playing Blacket, but like, it doesn't really matter because these are just tokens. I don't know. It kind of does matter. Oh, God. Issues with events. Okay, Blacket's events just, let's put it let's say in a nice way. They suck. The first event is Pokemon are cool, and if I remembered correctly, the event took 5 days. There's this one kid named Yoshin. He was hallucinating because he was grinding so much in the event and only got 6th place because, guess what? Hackers. Remember how Blicket's been trying to prevent people from using scripts on Blicket? Well, those scripts just refer to stuff like get daily token scripts and sell duplicates book scripts. They don't refer to event scripts. So basically what happened was OKR 765 and Paintball won the event for Pokemon are cool because they developed some sort of script that helped them grow infinite berries or something. And that's just the top of the iceberg. The next event, Potions of Pixelia, suffered from the same issue, but Ben thought he was smarter and put people in guilds, basically groups, that if your entire group wins, your entire group gets that prize. And guess what? Hackers won. Yeah, the hackers won, but what ended up happening was the group that I think actually tried got second, and Ben felt bad for them, so he basically gave them Phantom Kings too. And the third event, Lunch, suffered from the same thing. After that, the Contest of Candy, which I participated in, suffered from the same thing. But this time, Ben came up with a creative plan to award people that joined the event and not by winning. So what happened was Ben gave people chroma books for completing toys in a set. it's kind of hard to explain. You'd have to play the you have to have played Contest of Candy in 2022 to figure that bit out. But guess what? Hackers still won. Okay. I only subtracted 1 point, but it was. I just feel bad for blooket because they're obviously losing, and frequency of updates. Yeah. Remember what I said about hacking and that delaying frequency of updates in blooket? Yeah. If you want, you can check the Blacket Discord server or even the Blacket News and see that they update more often. March. So there are 3 updates in March, and 1, 2 in Blacket, and 2 updates in March for blooket. And for some reason, it's cut off. They just delete all news. In May, Blacket hasn't been updating, which I think is kind of weird, but I don't know. In general, Blacket just has more updates over the past over this year, and ever since Blacket was created. Issues with hacking. Yeah, we already talked about that. My bad. So, to conclude, Blacket beat blooket by a margin of 4, which is pretty much, considering the visuals give you a point. And oh, look at this bright light. It's like using Discord light mode. It's so bad. Hurts my eyes. And I will try to make a better video, probably with a script, because this took 20 minutes. Okay, if anyone has anything to say about the video I made in the comments, please tell me. I might have missed some things to compare both of them about with, and please don't copy this idea for your video if you're a more famous YouTuber than me that are watching this. Please don't. I deserve to be famous too. And oh, I promise I will make it shorter and better, and possibly more a video that's filled with more information. If you're watching this video without ×2 speed and have stuck to me until all the way to the end, you're a legend. Please subscribe, share, like, comment, and tap the bell.